Hello everyone, my name is JordonAM and welcome back to another review. I didn't do one long ago, but yeah. Oh my god, I'm already screwing this up. We're gonna be reviewing this thing. It is the Mojhon Blitz 2. So let's talk about it. Before I get into the review, I want to give a disclaimer and a huge thanks to Mojhon for sending this controller for me to review. Yeah, that's right. They sent me this controller and I'm super excited. Yeah! But like always, sponsored or not, I'll be giving my honest thoughts on the product, just like always, whether it be paid or not. So just like last time, we'll have an unboxing and first impressions. So take it away, other me. This is the Blitz 2. You can see Mechanical Pro gaming controller, 16 mechanical buttons with a 1000 hertz gyroscope motion control. That's really good. I like that. I love high hertz for my gyro. But what's really crazy, as you can see here, 2000 hertz wired and wireless polling rate. That's 2000. That's higher than even the Vader Pro. Like, that's insane. And it has TMR. This is the TMR version. So apparently there are two versions. There's the non-TMR version, and then here's the TMR version. And you're probably wondering, what's TMR? It's like Hall Effect, but better. To be very simple about it. And it uses less power, so your battery will last longer than Hall Effect sticks. And then on the back, it has a 1000 milliamp hour battery. So that's pretty large. And then 4 additional buttons. So we're gonna check that out along, and it has a wireless adapter inside of it. So let's open it up. And it has its own app too. This is from Big One, but they've changed their name to Mojhon, if I remember correctly. We're gonna open this up if I can. I want to do this cleanly. I don't want to destroy any of the packaging. Oh wait, aha. They got little stickers. We're gonna slide this out. Oh, there we go. Ooh, careful. You kind of have to play with it a little. Don't take that out of context. There we go. So that front case is off. As you can see, I've never been an unboxer. I've always just kind of ripped my stuff open. Okay. We got Chinese. Oh wait, there's English on here. Welcome Big One official web. You can see that right here. The support centers right on that. We got the manual. I'm pretty sure I'm going to go through the manual soon, because I'm pretty sure some of these are going to be important. We got the wireless dongle here. I'm going to open this up. It's pretty small. I think it's a little bit larger than the Vader Pros. I'm pretty sure this is the cable. Yeah, it's the cable. Ooh, it's braided. Oh my god, it's braided. That's nice. That's nice. Controller companies, take notes. Take notes. Braided cables. We love those. Okay, so it seems that there is a replacement for the D-pad and replacement for sticks. Are these all replacements? Hold on. Okay, yeah, replacement for the sticks. Looks like they're different length, maybe. Let me go look at them. Yeah, they seem the same length, but this is D-pad, so it's like a disc D-pad. So I'm wondering what's... Okay, so it's the cross D-pad on the original. Let me look at this. If I can pull it out. Again, don't take that out of context. We have the control... Ooh, it feels nice already. We have the controller. It has... Looks like a rubber grip. It feels like a rubber grip. Oh yeah, that's definitely mechanical. Oh, this has guards on the sticks. That's what I noticed that Vader 4 didn't have. It didn't really have protection for the sticks when it came in. So that's nice. That's nice. That's very nice that they're taking care of making sure the controller gets there and, you know, isn't damaged. None of the parts are damaged. That's nice. But yeah, here is the Blitz 2. It looks pretty darn nice. Hold on, let me see if I can show it on here. This is what it looks like from the aerial view. It's pretty nice. Here's the back. And I think what's really cool is that they meant it. 16 mechanical buttons. every single button on this thing except for the joysticks, they're mechanical. They have a click. And I think you guys can hear now, but this is what it sounds like for everything. Hold on. So that's me with the shoulder button. I wish I need a new boom arm. I need a new boom arm. Somebody sponsor me with a new boom arm. So this is the D-pad. Very clicky, very clicky. Face buttons. Clicky. Triggers. Extra button. Also very clicky. And then the back buttons. All mechanical, all mechanical. That's really cool. What I do notice is that the analog, that the triggers, they're just completely digital. There's no way to switch them to analog in the slightest, which is a shame, but it makes sense when you think about it, that this is a Nintendo Switch controller. This is not a controller meant for, well, and it's meant for shooters. So the digital triggers make sense when you're thinking of this only as an FPS controller. So everything about it is clicky, it's digital, it's mechanical, it's for that fast response time. The sticks feel nice. I think it's at the right tension. It's a little bit looser than I would like on my compared to my Vader 4. But they're still nice. I still feel like they're pretty good. And you can see it even has, it wants to brag to you saying it has 2000 hertz. They don't want you to forget that. They don't want you to forget that this is a 2000 hertz controller. That was the unboxing. It looks pretty cool so far. I'm rocking with this design a lot, actually, like a whole lot. So let's get into the software. We're gonna check out the software that it comes with. It was on their site, so I already downloaded it, and we're gonna set it up real quick. Let me just switch it on over. You see that? You like that? You like how cool that is? Okay, now it wants us to connect to device, obviously. So I'm going to use the 2.4 gigahertz adapter, and I'm just gonna put it in the front of my PC here. And then I need to find a way to turn this thing on. How can I tell if this thing is on? Right. This is what the manual's for. The home button is the giant. I'm a little stupid. So like the Xbox button, the home button is the giant thing right here. So do I press this and it turns on? Yes, it's now on. And there it goes. It shows up in the software, Blitz 2. Okay, so it'll only map to things that are already on the face, is already on the controller. So I cannot add extra commands. I can emulate it as a PS5? Really? That's cool. Hold on, really? Motion, joystick simulation. Simulates right stick. Response mode, trigger button, open. Always open or open close. So let's make that M1. No, let's make that M3. Right? Yeah, let's make that M3. So it'll toggle gyro if I press the M3 button. So it's a lot like how I use the C button on my Vader Pro to turn on the gyro. And I guess we'll save this as Blitz AM. I gotta add AM at the end of everything. Now, can we test this in a game? That is the question. Yeah, let's go ahead and try and test it. Let's open Fortnite. Let's open the new season. Okay, does it work? Okay, it is indeed detecting that I am using a controller, and it looks like it detects as an Xbox controller, which makes sense. It's X input, so I would hope so. And the gyro is indeed working. Can I turn it on and off? Yes, I can. So when I press this, the gyro starts working. It's pretty sensitive. It's a lot more sensitive than the Vader 4 Pros, but it's very responsive. I turn it off. There we go. These sticks feel nice, actually. Okay, so the gyro, it's pretty fast. It's pretty sensitive. So we're gonna have to see if we can tweak that. But right now, I mean, it's responsive. It's definitely responsive. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's very sensitive. It's very sensitive. So I'm gonna have to go in and check that because I'm not used to how sensitive this is. Either way, this gyro feels really nice. It's not jittery. Like the reason it's kind of shaky right now, it's because that's literally my hands. Those are literally my hands right now. They're just kind of moving a bit. Okay, wait, that felt better. What I do like is how everything's mechanical. So I can have confirmation on every click. And the response is pretty good too. Hold on. Let me see if you guys can see that. That's not bad. That's not bad. The response time is not bad at all. Okay, so now it's set on 40 instead of 60 for sensor sensitivity. So we're gonna test that out. Wait, that's better. Wait, no, that feels definitely better. That feels way closer to my Vader 4 settings. Oh, that feels good. Ooh, wait a minute, that feels good. The gyro is definitely responsive. Like, I'm not using the stick at all, except for like fast turning. When I'm actually aiming, it's good. It's really good. As you can see, my hand is off the joystick for aiming. Nice. Hip fire's nice. Hip fire's very nice. This feels really good. Like, I mean really good. Oh, you see how responsive me flicking my joystick is? Like, it's really responsive. Like, the dead zone's basically 0. I move it just a tiny bit, and it moves. Do full range, and wow, oh my goodness. That's good, and the rubber grips feel amazing. It does not feel like it's going to slip out of my hand at all. Like, I haven't felt like I needed to readjust my position or readjust my grip at all. The only time I actually readjust my grip is because I'm weird and I like to readjust myself, but not out of necessity, because I don't need to. It's like gripping onto my skin. It's grippy. Pause. I really wish I had this controller when I was younger. When it was like 2019 and whatever. I really wish this controller existed, because I would have gone crazy with this thing. Really crazy. I still do. I mean, I'm still pretty decent at the game, but man, back then, I was like a demon with that Pro controller. I would have been a demon with so many other games too. Dude, imagine if Spellbreak was still around. Oh my god. Okay, the Switch Pro controller first party is okay. Like, I'm not gonna say it's a bad controller. The issue is that I had drift on that thing. But to be fair to controller, I had been using it since 2018, and it started drifting around like 2021 or 2022. Yeah, 2021. And it lasted a very long while, but of course, once it starts drifting, it's cooked. But this will basically never drift because of TMR sticks, which is basically Hall effect, but better, more precise, less power hungry. Even though Hall effect has honestly been like pretty good for me, I have rarely ever had a time where the controllers would like run out in a single sitting of me playing the game. Ever. Like, it has never been a problem for me. We'll just see if we can open up Marvel Rivals, honestly, and see how that works on that game. So from the Practice versus AI game that I played, the controller works flawlessly in terms of gyro with the tracking. I had a video recorded for the training room, but for some reason it's just gone. I don't know where it went, but you know, I'm smart, so I made another recording just in case. It performs really well. I was able to track my targets just fine. Like, I literally had the same level of tracking that I did for my Vader 4 Pro. In my books, that's really good. That means that the 1000 hertz polling rate is indeed working, and I'm able to track pretty well. Of course, I'm not perfect, because nobody's perfect unless you're, I guess you're literally aimbotting. I don't know. But, you know, it works for me, and I'm able to play my game and enjoy it very well. The fact that everything is mechanical, again, feels really nice. It makes me feel really responsive with my actions on the game, especially with the abilities. I like being able to press a button, I know I pressed it, and then it go out and like actually do the thing that I wanted it to do. So that's really nice. All right, so conclusion time. How would I rate this thing? I love it. I really do love it. It's one of the best controllers that I've ever had. And I know I said that about the Vader 4 Pro, but it's true. That also is one of the best controllers I've ever had. As you can see, this one is also great. These two, amazing. I absolutely love them. They have increased my standards for controllers across the board. This controller is very nice. The fact that almost every single button on here, I'm pretty sure every single button on here is mechanical. It is nice because that means it's going to last a very, very long time. And it's always going to be responsive. You're going to have that really nice responsive click every time that you press a button. The grip is great. It never felt like it was going to come out of my hand. I love the programmable buttons. The gyro feels good. The joysticks feel good. Everything about this controller feels really good. The only gripes that I have for this controller is that the software is not great. It definitely needs work. It definitely needs to be more responsive. It definitely needs to, you know, be a little bit cleaner and, you know, have a bit more guidance when it comes to the software. It's not the most responsive software that I've been on. I do like that it automatically gave me English though, so that's nice. It's not the most responsive. You see how long it takes for me to, when I click that and then it's thinking, then it finally gets to there. I honestly think it could look prettier. It could definitely look prettier. And I would definitely like a dark mode so it doesn't flashbang my eyes. My other gripe is that it does not have Linux compatibility at all. Now, it didn't say that it would connect to Linux. It didn't say that it would work for Linux, and I know that for sure. They've made that very clear that it only works for Windows, mobile, and Nintendo Switch. But it would be very nice if it did have some form of connectivity with Linux, because the Vader 4 Pro also has connectivity with Linux, even though it's not official. And that's very nice for, you know, a system like the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck is a very popular mobile handheld right now, and it runs on Linux. So being able to connect this controller to the Steam Deck would be very nice if you have it docked and you need a nice controller to play with. So, you know, having it being able to work with the Steam Deck would be very, very nice. I would definitely like Mojhon to put that in consideration. At least make a firmware that'll have it, you know, at least be recognized by the system. So that would be nice. But let's talk about the price. Let's talk about the price real quick. Let me look it up. So the Blitz 2, just like the Vader 4 Pro, is $80. And that's not cheap. I know it's not cheap. It would have hurt my wallet if I had to buy this one too. Thankfully, Mojhon was nice enough to send this out to me for free. But it is not a cheap controller. But you're getting a lot out of the money that you're paying. You're getting mechanical buttons on pretty much every button that you have. You have onboard configuration, so you can basically use this on any platform and it'll work aside from Linux. So it'll work on Android, it'll work on iOS, it'll work on Nintendo Switch, and it'll work on any Windows PC that you connect this to. And it has 4 programmable buttons, which is already 2 more than the new Nintendo Switch 2 controller, of course, as it likes to tell us. It has 2000 hertz polling rate. for the joysticks, wireless and wired. Like, that's crazy. Both wired and wireless having 2000 hertz polling rate. That's insane. I didn't even think it could go that high. And I don't know if it can go any higher. It probably can. So you're getting a lot of responsiveness out of the joysticks. And you're not going to have a bad time with aiming on this thing. So if you play like Splatoon, Fortnite, Call of Duty, any of the shooters, you're not going to have a bad time with this controller. 2000 hertz is a lot. A lot. Like, at this point, I feel like it's too much, but you can never have too much of a good thing. So yeah, these are great, but pretty much I think this is like now what, the same price as a Nintendo Switch 2 controller now, because they upped the controller price for tariffs and whatever. The Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller is $84.99 right now. It's now more expensive than this Mojhon Blitz 2 controller, and it has less features and less durability than this one. This has TMR sticks, and I'm pretty sure Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controllers are still using very old potentiometers or some custom thing that's not Hall effect or TMR. You're getting a lot more now for less on both of these controllers, and that's amazing. That's great. Third-party controllers have come such a long way. I remember when I used to have third-party controllers back then, and they weren't the best. Of course, Mad Catz was like the big thing. And when I mean the big thing, I mean they really sucked. Now, we've got crazy controllers that will last a very long while. I don't even think I want to get a first-party controller anymore, honestly. This one, like this one, the 8-bit dough, this one too, and the Vader 4 have like convinced me that first party is not the way to go anymore. Honestly, get the Blitz 2. Literally get the Blitz 2 if you're an FPS player on both PC and Nintendo Switch. You're not gonna have a bad time with it. But yeah, that is my Blitz 2 review. This is a very different approach to the reviews. I'm not used to having a hand cam at all. Instead of just having B-roll footage, and you're just gonna have to trust and saying you're just gonna have to trust me that I'm using a controller with the footage. Now I have hand cam footage. Now I can show you that I'm actually using the controller. So that's very nice. I'm not saying that I wasn't using the Vader 4 controller on my other review, but I couldn't really prove it. I mean, I proved it in a little bit, but it was so awkward. I give it a solid 9, maybe an 8, maybe a 9.5. It's great. It's far from perfect, but it's great. It's really great. If you're a controller player, pick this up. Like, I'm telling you, pick it up. Or shooter players in general, you gotta get on gyro. It's like, it is the next step. But yeah, anyways, thank you for watching the review. A big thank you to Big Juan / Mojhon for sending this controller on over to me. I really appreciate you sending this over. Thank you for letting me be honest about it too. Because of course, not everything's perfect. No product is perfect. And I think a lot of companies should let reviewers be honest about their products and not like punish them for it. I'm looking at you, NVIDIA. That's all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoy it. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.